All right, guys. Here we are with another episode. We have Lewis,
Caleb.
and this is What's in the Pod. That was terrible. I even told him what to do before he started.
It's what's in the pod, baby.
All right, guys. Today is going to be an interesting episode because this man right here, we have had many talks over the years. This is my girlfriend's brother, and we have talked for many years about so much shit.
Yeah, just about everything. Anything and everything. It's fair game.
But you know my tradition. Every episode, how we gotta start it. How we gotta do this, man. It's part of it.
Got my beer. Shout out Snitz Brewery. They got good crafts, baby.
Shout out Tang. You got a good pot of juice.
Shout out his sugar juice, you know what I'm saying? To each their own, you know?
That's what I do. All right, so started this like we start pretty much every episode. How's you doing?
You know, can't complain. Living the dream. Nightmares are dreams too, so take that as you will. But
Anything
living the
crazy?
dream, man.
Anything crazy happened this week?
I mean, can't say much. Pretty much just the norm. Trying to get the business rolling and shit. You know, me being 23, just trying to finally go out and start my own thing. So,
Okay.
just the normal headaches and research that young kids aren't taught in life. But yeah,
For real.
other than that,
Me, I'm 27 and still learning my ropes. But, I'm getting there. Obviously, I'm doing this for fun, but hopefully I get somewhere with this and hopefully people enjoy listening. We always got something to say. People that know me personally know that I'm always putting my opinion out there.
hey, there's no point in lying, man. If you lie, what's the point, dude? You just gotta be straight up, be honest, tell the truth.
Hell yeah.
So, that's my thing. Live and you learn. If you don't like me, I don't give a shit. I'm here to tell my opinions and tell my truth.
This is my drink usually. Today,
This is mine.
I'm Dragon Brewski.
Cheers, buddy. Thank you for having me on the podcast. Thank you for everybody that's listening and watching.
Okay,
So let's get to it.
let's get to it.
Let's get to it,
Uh,
man.
So, I want to talk to you because you usually have good insight on a lot of shit. You like to research just like me. I'm a big researcher.
I'm
I don't know.
optimistic, you know. I live.
I'm not too into too deep into this topic, but usually I mean shit. Over the years, I've heard so much fucking shit. I don't even know if it's true or not.
There's stuff that's covered up, man. People don't talk about it.
But the pyramids. What is your take on that?
So obviously, everybody knows, you know, the Egyptians and shit. And this is just an opinion. You know, I don't think it wasn't built by the Egyptians. The pyramids. People say, yeah, the Egyptians built them as tombs over the years, but we all know the Great Pyramid. It's massive, right? And there's two more.
Gigantic.
Yeah, there's two other small ones that don't even compare to the size of it. I think those were our interpretations of that.
Okay,
And
you go.
you know, all in all, I don't think that the Egyptians built them pyramids, bro. It's hard to prove. It's hard to even fathom how big a single rock is from the built their base of that. It it's on the nuclear level, bro. Like there used to be a river that ran through it and underneath it. It it ain't a tomb. It's not nothing like that, man. That was their nuclear power. That was their energy source to reach out to their people, you know, the people who build it, aliens, higher beings, whoever you want to call it. Those that was their power and communication system, in my opinion.
Right.
You know, it's
Well, I mean, it makes sense because they're so big, and
it's
people have over the years have always said that they've been like pretty much like beacons or like satellites
it has to be.
to let the other civilizations out there know them, like that we're here.
Yeah,
pretty much.
the most conductive element in our system, in our elemental tables, is gold. The whole that final piece that was on the top of that was made of solid piece of gold, bro.
Mhm.
Where did it go?
And they were
Where
obsessed. They were all obsessed with gold too.
Yeah.
Like, they were buried with gold.
Yeah,
You know, that's how you know you had power back then. It was if you had the most gold.
and it was cool, you know,
No, it
that
makes sense.
they respected that monument in their time, the Egyptians. But where did the gold go? Like where did that top piece go, man?
Mhm.
After all these years, we we've explored a little bit into it, but we've never found a single tomb in the Great Pyramid.
I mean, we have, but it's more of like on the surface type shit.
Yeah.
We haven't really like there's tombs. So I was reading into it. They're saying that there's tombs in the pyramids that we are never
There's-
supposed to open.
Yeah, they're sacred. You know, at the end of the day, like people, or back then, it wasn't superstitious. Like they believed in superhuman beings, bro. Like
Yeah, man. Look at the hieroglyphs with the freaking
yeah,
bird creatures and the dog creatures and
and
the cat creatures
and you know how
stuff.
people say like, oh yeah, we can, what do they call it? Descript them and figure about what they say. We don't know what they say, bro. That's
it's just
just
speculations. You don't know what
it's
the
a
hell
it's
they're
a
saying, man.
hypothesis, dude.
You can't
It's
really
a theory.
tell. Yeah, unless you know,
It's
unless you were back there back then.
yeah.
And even then, maybe they weren't the ones writing the hieroglyphs.
You don't know they were, man. Like those little pictures. Some of them are very
I mean,
detailed.
look. Okay, so that what kind of like baffles me, right? Over the years in school, they've showed me many other ways or many different ways that people could have like created the pyramids, but there's no definite answer. Like there's no definite. Oh,
Dude, it would have taken centuries
yeah,
to build the Great Pyramid.
dude, those
It,
gigantic cubes. You
look
telling me
look up a
that
person standing next to it.
no matter how sorry, no matter how many people you got to pull those damn fucking boulders, there's no way. No, there's no way that they
How
could
did
pull them.
how did you get them hundreds of feet above
They're saying that they
the surface,
build
bro?
like
Scaffolds.
pulleys and scaffolds and all this shit. There's no way. There's nothing.
Dude,
So
do the
so-
math. How many people would it take to pull a single ton?
You know what they say, right? Where they're saying that with the technology we have now, we still can't recreate the pyramids.
I mean, yeah, we got quarries, but we dig the opposite way.
Now,
We go down. We don't try to build that back up
Mhm.
because it would take decades, centuries, bro, to amass the massive monument that they created or claim
it's
to have
gigantic. It's huge.
created, bro. And that's that. That doesn't go for the Great Sphinx or the monoliths that you dig down and they go hundreds of feet under the ground. Like how
Or
many
the- or
years
the,
of erosion and
What's it called? The Easter Islands with
Oh,
with
yeah.
the heads. They just uncovered that it's not just a head.
they
it's a whole
have
fucking
shoulders.
statue.
Yeah, they have shoulders,
whole
bro.
body.
Like, I mean, at that point, do you really want to dig down to see how big they are?
They
Like,
did.
it.
I mean, that's crazy, but they did.
I think we our government buries that stuff because we've come up with a solution, a temporary solution to keep everybody solidified and hopeful.
Well,
Because
yeah.
you don't know.
In
You don't know.
mean-
We don't know who put us here.
reality, even if we would find out the truth, the government would try to hide it because they don't. So
We've been.
if they know the truth, right? Let's just say the pyramids, how they say like these creatures that are on the hieroglyphs.
There is no truth.
They're
man.
actual like aliens or beings from another planet. So
The higher
you know-
ups. You know,
they worship these gods, right? They're just highly advanced creatures. They just came down, taught us how to do all that stuff,
they
Built-
wanted to set us in a path that's
built the pyramids. They showed us technology that we never had before. Because if you think about it, right, we came from having outhouses,
holes in the ground,
holes in the
Yeah.
ground,
mud
to
houses.
having plumbing within dude,
Yeah.
not even 100 years, not even 1,000 years.
Which, yeah, we think it's great. I'll say it's great. It's blissful. It's great to have, but that's not even half of where we can get our brain fucking capacity, bro. We use what 15% of it, dude. I think we're being dumbed down, man, by environmentalists, culturists, people that give us our food. We're being poisoned and put
Oh
down
yeah,
so we
that's
can
a
all be sheep
yeah, yeah, yeah.
instead of shepherds, man. Like it's
There's a lot going on that the human race in general, could do more, to help. Like in reality, if you really think about it, we can all, you know, get together and end world hunger or end whatever. Like
we could
we
we
can do it
could
together.
we can cure cancer and all that shit. We could do anything, but
Oh, there is a cure for cancer.
oh, I know, but it's hidden, bro.
The guy disappeared.
Yeah, it's just like who was it? Einstein that created like the second fucking car that ran on water. He disappeared, man. All of his documents, everything was
Or just like Tesla,
stolen, dude, from
Tesla created
government, bro.
somehow created a free energy, a free, electronic energy
It
that
was
we
a
could
free source.
a free source of energy, right? He created that himself, and everybody called him crazy because it wasn't true.
It was for the
But
people.
but he proved it. He proved it was true, and then literally the day after, or the day of, I think, he disappeared.
You got raided, bro. It's the government, man. The government or that secret society that's up there, bro. They make stuff disappear that will put them in danger
We're
because
jumping around a lot of topics, but that's because that's just how we are. We get together and that's it.
one thing leads to another, dude. At the end of the day, everything's
Everything's
intertwined and
connected.
connected.
Everything's
But
connected.
again, the theories, these are all just ideas. It's how I perceive stuff. I don't know if I was never baptized. I went to church a little bit, but I never believed in the idea of our God, our Allah, whoever it was. I believe there's a higher being or a God up there, but I don't think it's Jesus Christ.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's shitty to say. Everybody's made of energy, in my opinion. Like energy
That's very
never
true.
dies. It moves. It replicates. And whether it's reincarnation or just living as something else, it's real, man. It's like water, bro. There's energy in water, and the water that we're given is stagnant and sterile. There's no energy in that.
I mean, it is true. Everything's about energy and stuff like that because me myself, I'm big on people's energies, and if I feel like
you can feel that stuff,
if I
bro.
feel like you're not, excuse me, a good person, I don't know from the beginning. Like I'll still talk to you, I'll still be civil, but know that you're not gonna get too far with me because I could tell, that
Yeah.
you're just a bad person.
It's ain't about being a bad person. It's about being yourself, putting your opinions out there, and you don't gotta argue about it. It's just like politics. You don't gotta argue about it. You gotta hear the other person out. You gotta hear their side, their opinion about it, because they could both have solid merit, and everybody just takes that as being mean or being a dick because nobody's open to intertwining all those ideas and having a utopia or that's civil world peace that
Well, yeah.
was
I mean, if you think
once
about it,
created.
so like humans forever will be humans of war. Like they
We
will
are.
be creatures of war. No matter how much we try to coincide with everybody.
I mean, look back on it. If you believe in the Bible, dude, it's the God of War, the archangels, everything. There's those guardians or protectors, but at the end of the day, they've made sacrifices. They fought. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's always either ended or started with a war because of a disagreement.
I mean, I do believe in God, myself, and that's my belief, obviously.
Yeah, to each their
There's
own. You know
there's
what I mean?
there's things that have been said in the Bible that are true at the moment.
Like
So
the
that's
Euphrates River and shit. There's
yeah, in the river that's coming out from the complete out of nowhere, the desert.
the
The one that's spewing out of the mountain.
yeah, yep.
That's part of the
It's just like
prophecy.
it's just like the Euphrates. The Euphrates is drying up, and there's caves that archaeologists and people have never seen before with just statues and hieroglyphs.
Yep, and then the Bible says that
And yeah,
one of those
it's in there.
caves
It's
has uh they have a fallen angel
the
or a
archangel,
rebel angel.
the archangel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's locked in there, and they say that once the
Once the
Euphrates
water,
River
yeah,
dries
hmm
out, that he will be free, and that's when it starts.
and he will,
The whole,
he will, was it? He will kill a third of the population. Which think
something like
about that.
that.
How much is a third of our population nowadays?
It's a lot
Anywhere.
of people. It's a lot of people.
Yeah, bro.
That is
There's
a
a
lot of people.
lot of people, man.
Because we're up to like almost 8 billion now.
Yeah.
But even if you don't believe it or you do believe it, it doesn't matter. I mean, it's all like it's all written. You know, it's not proven. It's not like it's some people that have religion. They say that they feel the presence and they feel all this and that, but like there's no full proof. Like it has not been shown to people per se.
Yeah.
Like some people see things, some people dream things, some people can predict things.
Yeah, so to tie into your stuff but get off topic a little bit,
Right.
one of my best friends, you met him, Tommy
Tom,
Mise.
yeah, let me say.
So way back in the day when we were in elementary school, he went to one of the monk temples in Cambodia and he went and he meditated for a year.
Wow.
And he always a good friend and all through high school everything. But we lost contact every now and again. But after we graduated, he went through a rough, difficult time in his life, and one thing led to another, and he went off the wrong side, and I got this really really weird feeling. So just reached out to him, and turns out he really needed me in that moment, and then we got through that. We talked, and a couple of years later, I was in a very 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 dark place. Everybody here was gone. This is when I was still living here. You guys were gone on vacation or something, and took off work. And I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna stay home. So rolled up a little blunt, went and smoked a blunt, and drank a Corona. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna walk out back. And we have this little garage out back. Went up, jumped on that garage, sat there and drank my Corona, and went inside the garage, grabbed the rope, and tied it around this tree. And was literally just about to put it around my neck, and I got a phone call, and I was like, "Fuck this! I'm not even looking at it." Well, goes the voicemail, and it rings again. Here it was. It was Tommy. It was one of my best friends, and I was like, "All right, I owe him something. Like I owe him the respect just to pick it up." And he saved my life. So I believe in soulmates. So a soulmate doesn't have to be somebody that you're
romantically involved
yeah,
with.
yes.
Yeah, yeah.
It can be somebody that's just connected to you in a weird way. And I think me and Tommy are those people because we don't talk every day. We're not the bestest of friends, but we both started our phone call with, "Yo, bro, you good? Like I got a weird feeling." And however you see it, like I think me and Mise we're destined to help each other out so that we don't take our life and end on something short because there's something bigger out there for us. So
That's powerful.
yeah, like I don't believe in God like I said earlier, but Mise being like a Buddhist and shit, I believe in that kind of higher being, whether it's whoever.
It's all about the chakras and
Yeah.
and cheese and like life energy and stuff.
Yeah,
like
like
that. So,
they have different gods, but at the end of the day, they believe that their energy, they are one with the earth and their environment and
in
stuff.
reality,
Like,
we pretty much all believe in the same thing. We all believe in the same
Yeah.
thing, a higher being, and we all have like different rules and different ways
Whether
to
it's
celebrate it or whatever. But
whether it's
still,
God
like,
or whatever, like
it's still something that you believe in, and to be honest, without it, I think the world would be complete chaos.
it
because
would be.
It's
It would
like
be in shambles, bro.
it's
People don't know what to do. They don't have that closure of what happens after their life on Earth.
Yeah.
It's
I mean, people can say
That's
whatever.
weird.
Like, there's people that have died before, and they come back and they say, "Oh, I've seen this.
They
I've
say,
seen that."
yeah,
It could be both true, or it could be a chemical reaction to you passing, dying.
It is there, dude. There's a
Because there's
chemical in your body that's
there's
only released
yeah,
when you
dopamine.
die,
Yeah,
and they say that that chemical makes you see like your whole life, like everything that you lived through. And yeah, I believe in that. I had that like close death experiences. Got close to dying a couple times, and whether you've seen it or not, it's there, it's real. But that's a chemical. That's something that's in our bodies that has been there for millennia.
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's still unexplainable. Well, to an extent.
I mean, I completely agree. Me myself, I suffer from depression. You know this, and
Yeah.
there's been a couple times where I've lost, almost lost my life, or have been really close to it.
Yeah,
So
you get down real bad, man.
you get
I've been there.
you get to thinking, and you think about your family, your friends, and how it would affect them. To be
You
honest
think
with
of
you,
what
like,
you would end up leaving behind and all the demons and
yeah, I mean, there's only one exit out of this life, and that's death. There's no other there's no alternative to this. There's no
no,
immortality
dude,
or
at the end of the
whatever.
day, this is gonna sound real dark, but the day you start living, the day that you were born, you start dying. Like we were put on this earth for
We were
one
yeah,
simplistic reason, and it's
to live our
to
life
live
and
and
die.
die. How no matter how that sounds,
I mean, it's
that's
the
the
truth.
reality,
It's the
dude.
truth.
That's how it is, man.
That's why
It's
people
inevitable.
people with depression, like
Can't escape death.
I feel bad for them also, because me myself, like, I don't have most people, or a lot of people that have depression, they don't have what we have. A loving family,
A, s-
loving friends. Like,
a support
some
system
people,
that you can kind of
yeah,
rely on.
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know.
A lot of people don't have that, and some people they do resort to taking their own lives, and it's
And
tragic. It's
yeah,
tragic because, to be
it's
honest with
really
you, like,
hard.
there's always somebody out there to care about you,
There,
even if,
you got to find that person sometimes,
like,
or that person finds you.
if you go out to the public, you might go out there with a knife, and say you're gonna cut your wrist. A lot of the people will literally walk right by you.
You could be in a group of 100 or 1,000 people, and
Yeah.
there might be one person that will come over and tackle you. And that's my mentality, brother. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you've been through. I don't care if you're black, white, purple, fucking
Magenta,
nothing,
whatever.
bro. Like I would I would never ever let a single soul go through that alone.
Yeah,
Like
man.
whether I talk you out of it or not, I'll be there for you in that moment. I will stop you and try to sit down and talk to you and listen to your story, hear what you have to say about it. Because at the end of the day, everybody's going through something else. I don't care if you're the happiest fucking nicest person in the world. Those are the most depressed people at the end of the day. Like you never know what they're going through. They don't talk to nobody about it,
Yeah,
and it's
I'm the same way.
yeah, it sucks, bro. We have the same mentality, dude. We can be in the most darkest spot, but
We're
we'll
always
we'll
joking
go
around,
and put
and
on a happy face and
yeah,
talk to everybody and put our
yeah, yeah.
demons aside because we don't want
We
to
don't want.
burden somebody else with those. Like after
That's the same way.
so long, like we learn how to deal with them on our own. Like why?
I mean, yeah, because I mean, in reality, like, when it comes to stuff like that, you can try to talk to somebody, but you can try to talk to somebody, tell them your problems, but no one really can help you. Like, the only person that can help you is yourself, because you're the only one in that situation, and people can try to help you feel better, but in reality, they really can't. They really can't do
Nobody
nothing.
knows what you're going through except for you, man. But it's all it takes. It just takes that one person to
To be honest, the best you can do, for a person with depression, is just be there.
just be there. Like let them
Just be
talk,
there.
whether it's nonsense or not. Just let them talk, man. That's literally all it takes. It's so simple as just sitting down and having a coffee, eating a fucking bagel with them, and just letting them talk. Like
Just let them talk.
just shut yourself off for a fucking second, dude. I don't care if you're fucking schizo or have to fucking talk. Just sit there and shut up and let them fucking get their stuff off their chest because it means more to them than you'll ever fucking realize. It
I've had somebody. I've actually have a crazy, crazy story. So, about when I was like 14, 15 years old, I had a friend called Rebecca. And Rebecca was a really cool chick. She was awesome. Like, she was just like the light of the party, the light of the room. Whenever she walked in, I could have the shittiest day and Rebecca would lighten it up.
That's me saying, man. All you gotta do, I just gotta look at his stupid fucking face, and it makes me smile, man.
Yeah.
It's hilarious because it takes that just as one person, bro.
All right. So she randomly called me one day, and she was bawling. She was crying. She had a lot of issues at home because her dad was abusive and her mom was a crack addict, and she she went through a lot. I'm not gonna put your business out there. I know me and her still talk sometimes,
Yeah,
once in a blue moon, but she went through a lot, and she was at the brink of killing herself. She called me crying, and she was like, "I'm gonna do it. I have a knife to my wrist right now.
yeah.
I'm gonna slice up." Like that's pretty much how you know that she's serious about it. And I started crying. I started yelling at her, said, "Don't you fucking dare," and all that stuff, because I mean we weren't close, but like, I never want to see a person go through that.
You
I never
can't,
want to,
bro.
especially me knowing that I could have done something or that I was on the phone with you, like when you did it.
It's not
just
the guilt that you gotta live with. It's the guilt that you gotta give them the respect. Like they had the nuts and the willingness to call you and be like, "Hey, I need somebody. Like I
Yeah.
need something."
So I told
You
her, I
know?
was like, obviously you didn't want to die because you called me.
Yeah.
So what are we gonna do? Like we gotta do something or whatever. So we talked about it. She cried a little more. Uh, we fixed it. We talked, and I talked her down, and then after a while, like after I think elementary school, like middle school, we stopped talking. But then a
Happens.
couple
You know?
years later, like when I was like I think sophomore in high school, she she texted me, and she was like, "I just want to thank you for saving my life that day. I just wanted to let you know that I'm getting engaged."
It never leaves them, bro.
She was older than me,
Yeah.
so like,
But the fact is, they never that person will never forget that.
dude,
Like
she's
the little that
engaged.
you did
Well,
for them, just answering the phone.
she's married now, but she at the time she was getting engaged and she was pregnant, and now she has two beautiful little kids and a happy life, and it's crazy, man. Like how one little phone call, one gesture of niceness can go so fucking long.
You always got more to live for, dude. Like
Everybody has more to live for.
everybody does. You could be a fucking the worst person in the world. There's always that one more thing that you have to do, and it's undescribable, and you just need that little bit of love, that extra little kick in the ass to be like, hey, you're not done yet.
It's
Like,
like, I don't know what you think you're doing, but you're not doing anything yet.
yeah,
You're moving forward.
yeah, you got to keep pushing. Like, there's more stuff to experience. There's other stuff out there. It's it's life, bro. Shit'll get thrown your way that you think you can't handle, and you got to push through it. You always got to persevere and just keep looking forward. Shit
Always.
happens in your past, and it's supposed to fucking stay in your past. You're supposed to learn your lesson, do whatever. Everything's meant to be a lesson, a teacher. Whether you take it and you
Everything.
apply it or you don't. It's
It could be a relationship. It could be problems with your parents. It could be
yeah.
abusive.
It's,
Anything. Everything is a lesson that that life throws at you, and you're supposed to just persevere and learn from it. Like be your own person, and don't let anybody else go through it.
that's why I'm the way I am. Like obviously you've known me for a very fucking long time now. Like used to be a fucking like drug addict excessive, but I think I could use it. I was using and abusing a lot of drugs
It's both
at a
slight drug problem.
very young age.
Yeah, yeah.
Believe it or not, yeah, I write my lady, like little love notes for when she wakes up in the morning and shit. And just got off topic one night, just got a little drunk, and I was just sitting there, and I was like, man, started thinking about my past, about how I was like depressed and all that shit, and wrote down all the drugs that I did. So I did 24 different drugs by the time I was 20 years old.
Fuck.
Yeah, and
That's
had
crazy.
had 2 overdoses in the same week on the same drug, And that's when I wrote it off, and now finally say I'm sober. You know, I quit smoking weed. I drink a little bit, but other than that, might do a drug here and there. But that's it, man. You know, it's all a part of life. Like I learned my lesson. Like you knew me when I was at my lowest, and now I'm 23 and I'm trying to start my own fucking business, bro.
You're up, man.
Like
You're up.
I made a vow to myself 2022 New Year's going into 2023 that I'll have a business by 2024. And
You're there already. Pretty much.
yeah, dude,
That's crazy.
it's a headache, man. It's a lot of homework shit that people don't teach you in school, man, but God damn it, take it from me. I was down and bad. I was in a dark place. It was very rough, and I consider I came from the bottom, and I'm finally starting to climb my way back up to the fucking top because I want to. I got perseverance. I got people that I gotta prove wrong because of the wrongs that I did back in the day. So it's you always got something else to look forward to, that next step, that next milestone.
That
And
should be your motivation, to be honest. Like the people that doubt you should be the motivation for you to move forward even more. Like
they should be.
those are the haters because they hate because they know that you got potential. They know that you can do it. They know that you have this gift or like this perseverance,
There's
and
those
they
people
want to
that
tear
tear
you
you
down.
down just
They
for
want to tear
that.
you down.
They're
Yo,
like,
that's
they're not
crazy.
gonna get nowhere because I don't want them to. So I'm gonna say this, and this.
And they're gonna say like just because I can,
And
I'm gonna make them feel like they can. You know what I'm saying? Like so, like those
just
people that like hate on you or they say, "Oh, you can't do this," is because
those are
they know for a fact they can't do it. So like they want to tear you down because
those
they
should
know
be
that you can.
your biggest reason to persevere and
Yeah,
drive yourself.
it's a little corny
Because
when they say my haters are my best motivators, but it's the truth. Like
that's how you
it's
look at it.
facts. It's facts.
It has to. Someone's got to drive you. You know, whether
Alright.
it's rage
We got way
or
off
what.
topic. We got way
Very.
off topic. But that's a good little segue. So let's go back into the pyramids. So like we were talking about the pyramids and how they were built and stuff like that. Did you know that there's a pyramid in Antarctica?
Yes. Did you know about like all the pyramids in like Malaysia and stuff? Like,
Mm-hmm.
obviously,
And
they're not that.
the Mexico and
We're
stuff.
yeah, we're replicators, dude. At the end of the day, something or somebody came down and tried to put that leader at the time or whoever it was in that right direction. And that's why we did it. That's why we went through all the stuff we did. But at the end of the day, I believe in this very, very highly. History will repeat itself, and it does.
History always repeats
It
itself.
always does.
What do you think? We've had two world wars. We are about to have the third.
We're
It's
we're about to, and it's just going to be a scary one because of
the technology that we have these
yeah.
days.
There's big bombs out there, man.
Very
Big
big
bombs.
bombs. Did you know that the biggest nuke ever created went missing?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
that's why I'm terrified of
How do
like
you go?
artificial intelligence
you-
and stuff.
How do you
Because
use a nuke?
everything's on a computer, bro. Everything is computerized. Like 2 touches of a button and a password or two.
I mean, in
There can
reality,
be
like
nukes
you know,
fucking sent up, bro.
the extinction of humans might not even be in the hands of humans.
Think about that.
It could be in the hands of AI.
It scares me, man. It really does. It scares me, but
Because to be honest with you, man, AI is getting like smarter and smarter. The human's worst enemy is
it's
ourselves.
ourselves. That's our creations and what.
So, what do you think an AI would think if they see history unfolds on itself and see that the people that are destroying Earth is us?
I mean, we are destroying Earth, bro. Like the pollution rate and all that stuff.
Exactly.
Like we create fucking
We create destruction.
yeah, but we have like cloud machines in the middle of nowhere that like make it rain and can create like hurricanes and shit.
That's why I think it's
Like,
insane. Because
I
I
think
mean, so
people
we
control
have,
the weather.
we have the power to control the weather. Then why are we not making it rain in Africa and places like that? Like where they really need it. Like why
Because
is it not a thing that we're making it?
because we've never Dude, not in our lifetimes, and probably not in many, 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 many generations' lifetimes will we ever see like a world peace or a utopia where people can get along. It's always overpower. Like
It's power
who can be
hungry.
the most powerful?
Everybody, everything's
Who can
about
get
power.
this before they can to have leverage into this?
Yeah, just look at America. America's
It's sad.
a big show of power.
It's super sad.
We're one of the biggest superpowers in the world, and it's because of fear. It's not because they think that we're awesome or that America has good resources or whatever. We don't have any fucking resources here.
We buy all our resources.
Exactly. We buy our
We
resources
give
from everywhere else.
millions and billions of
But
dollars.
the reason why they have the treaties and whatever deals they have with us is because they're scared of us. It's all about power.
It's
I mean, look at what's happening
government.
in Russia and Ukraine. Why you know what in the world would have Putin decide one day? You know what? I want Ukraine back.
There is a news source in the Ukraine. I won't put their names out there, nothing, but you can look it up on YouTube. So obviously everybody's heard about the war, put that in quotations, the war in Ukraine and shit. There's a dude out there on YouTube and everything. There was that town, there was that town square in the Ukraine that was destroyed, blown up. Everything was gone, the mall, all that
I think I
shit.
know what you're talking about. I saw the videos of it. And stuff.
Well, there's this dude that lives there, and you know he did it very nonchalant lately because people disappear for doing this stuff. He showed the outside of his estate and the town square, and nothing was wrong with it. Nothing was destroyed with it. Yeah, and we're given millions of dollars and weapons to the Ukraine. Look it up if you guys get a chance. Look, I think it's worth looking at.
Well, they're saying that the Russians they got brought into this war with false pretenses. Like they were told that the Ukraine was trying to take over. I don't know exactly what the details were,
Somebody came over that border first, and then shit hit the fan a little bit.
but
But
Putin pretty much said, we got to take over because they're trying to do something.
hmm
So they like half of these soldiers. I'm telling you right now, half of these soldiers go into battle and go into this fight confused on what's going on. Like they just they're following orders, but they don't know what orders they're following.
people are sheep. People will follow that person that pays them, gives them that quiet of mind. It's a really messed up world, man. Like we're not taught all the history, just like everybody else is. We don't know other world's histories, like North Korea, fucking all that shit. We're taught about our wars, whatever, but we will never be told the whole entire truth upon anything.
That's why they're trying to create a world government. They're
I,
trying to create a world government because
I think there
they don't
is one.
want
I think
not
there
yet
is one.
not yet. It's on the way.
No, I
So
think there is a round table or something
yeah. Oh, of course.
that
So
controls events.
I don't know if you know about like the Vatican and stuff like that. They have like
Yeah.
millions and millions of files in the catacombs that
Oh yeah.
they know about, and they have specific information about certain things, and they nah but so there's this government, right, and they're trying to implement it because of the fact that um so the Vatican has like so many files and stuff, under their catacombs and stuff, and they're trying to implement that into the like a new world order. And they're saying that you know they have officials from like high rank, you know, church, the Catholics and stuff like that, the high ranking Catholics.
The first pyramid scheme.
Do you have another one in there?
No, you want to show us?
No, you
I got cooties.
good. Um, they're saying, oh, wouldn't it be like beneficial for us to have a fake alien invasion. That fake alien invasion would push people. They would scare people enough to have them create a new world order and have that implemented very fast because the people are going to be so scared that they're not going to even think about it. They're going to be like, okay, well, new world order, but they're gonna in the end benefit all of us. So that's what they want to do. I'm not
Benefit and
they benefit, yeah, but that's what they think. That's what they're thinking, right? Like that's what humans are gonna think, because if in reality, look at what happened with the elections, right? They they thought that Trump was. I'm not gonna go into too much into politics, but I'm just saying this because I this is pretty much what it is. They didn't like Trump because he was an asshole. They thought that he wasn't doing anything and that he was hurting our country more than he was helping it. Um, yeah, he wasn't perfect because he like
who's perfect? If you claim you're perfect, you're probably the most imperfect person
I
ever.
mean he's not a politician like that.
He's a
He was
businessman.
never he's a businessman. So like he was helping America get better when it comes to like jobs and
Or
money and stuff like
yeah,
that. And they voted him out. Why? Because you know he was an asshole or whatever. He spoke his mind and people got the people got scared because they this guy is talking too much or this guy's always having this type of opinion. So they decided to vote for Biden, and it's not going very well. I mean, hate me if you want. I don't give a shit.
I don't like
I don't
politics. I don't vote.
I don't officially. Me neither. So I can't really talk shit because I don't vote and I don't
I
affiliate
can't. I
with.
don't.
I'm not a Republican or a liberal or I'm whatever.
I
Like, I
don't want
don't
to.
affiliate with nothing of that. But I mean, the facts are there. They've been trying to make that guy look bad for the longest time, and even my own island. My president. He decided to hide the stuff that he brought in after the hurricane, and made it pretend
Yeah.
like he just came in with fucking toilet paper and gave people
Mm-hmm.
toilet paper. In reality, they found a warehouse full of like water and water bottles and all that good shit, and a whole bunch of other stuff that he hid because he didn't want Trump to look good. Um, Mind you, that guy is impeached. He's no longer our president. Thank God. I don't know who we have now because I haven't followed all that stuff. But yeah, I mean, it's all about power. Like everybody's seeking power. All humans
At the end of the
seek
day, it will
power.
always be about power.
Status,
Whoever holds that power
power, status,
has.
money. It's all money is power. So people will do anything for money. Anything for money.
That's why I stockpile more expensive goods, gold, silver. If you guys believe in that shit, get some fucking silver and get some gold and put it aside and hide it. Because
It's definitely
when
what
shit
it
hits the fan, there's not going to be a currency. It's going to be back to goods. It's going to be back to trades and
is.
services.
Mhm.
Like whether you have gold or silver, which can be made into a plethora of different things, or have a trade that you can offer. It, if shit hits the fan, well, I should say when it does hit the fan,
Yeah,
I ain't gonna say I told you so, but
I told you so.
it's real shit, man. It's fucked up. It's scary. Like my opinion, I think Biden's a puppet.
He's definitely
He's that guy that a lot of other people can't control. Dude talks about ice cream in an interview.
Did you see the interview with him outside with the kids? Yeah, let's just say he's definitely
Yeah,
a different
stop
person.
talking about politics because a lot of people
Anyway.
don't like that. I can talk about that with a smile, but
Anyway,
people don't like that stuff, man.
so yeah, I mean the whole world government thing is it's a little scary because in reality, like it's gonna hurt us a lot more than it's gonna help us.
It's real,
Um,
It's
Will it be implemented? I think so eventually.
if we
you
can get
know,
our fucking heads out of our asses.
but if we did, Futurama was right.
And The Simpsons
The Simpsons,
that predict fucking everything,
dude. The Simpsons always been right about everything.
like Hawaii and the electrical fucking explosions and the fires. Shit,
9/11, Trump.
It's crazy, and that's what, dude. I think that there is like a round table of
Superpowers.
higher people that
Mm-hmm.
talk about that shit, and I think like one of those people like fucking has a say in The Simpsons and shit.
to
Like
to be honest, I don't even think it's the government controlling anything.
it's not. I don't think that you can consider what they have or what they do as a government. That's a word declaration of powerful people put together, whether it's higher beings, aliens, and then a couple people from our government, maybe.
Well, I don't know if you know,
But
but the government, the U.S. government at least, apparently, this is a speculation and conspiracy theories. It could be wrong. I don't really think it's wrong because there was one specific person that got pretty nervous when they asked him a question about it. So apparently, there's a government branch specifically for aliens. Like there is a society of aliens already here in this world, and they are living among us.
yeah, I believe in that. Just I'll go back to your Antarctica thing with that.
Mhm.
I think
Oh,
there's a society underneath the fucking the ice
ice.
over there because dude, you can go on Google Maps. It's fucking hidden, bro.
There's a
Like
gigantic hole
there is
in
stuff that's
Antarctica.
hidden over there, up there, over whatever the fuck you want to call it, bro. It's fucked up. You know it makes you think. You know, especially if you're an open minded individual.
Yeah.
It makes you fucking think about it. It really gets you going.
I mean, like, there's that hole that they have there, this gigantic hole, and they've been researching it for years. Apparently, they've been researching it for years, but I think that's exactly where they are. They have that civilization under there, and they can just fly their spaceships and stuff like that out there. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's pretty crazy to think about. Like, I don't know if you've ever heard. There's this thing called the firmament. So theory is that we're living in some type of dome. This fucking thing is annoying. So there's this theory that says that we're living in a dome, right? And this dome is literally what they're saying is the world is not round. The world is flat.
Okay.
And the world is it's flat and it's under a dome of water, per se. You know? And pretty much like NASA for however many years has been founded has been shooting rockets up there from the beginning, trying to break that firmament, trying to break it. Because there was a
I
video
see where you're coming from.
there was a video of one of the rockets. It shoots up, right? It starts spinning like crazy. And I'm telling you, it was spinning. Which, mind you, if you believe in the, gravity and the force of, movement, you know for a fact, even if it hits the atmosphere, it's gonna keep on spinning.
Yeah.
Well, this one said hit the atmosphere and stopped. Just like the moon landing.
Oh, dude, the moon's
Mhm.
fucking. The moon's hollow.
So they're saying that we never made it to the moon, and we still haven't made it to the moon. That first lunar landing was CGI.
Oh, it's Hollywood.
We're
Bro.
all
Shit's fake.
It's all underwater.
Dude, look. No, not even. Look at interviews and shit from like NASA. They're wearing like
The strings.
the waistband strings and shit, and you can blatantly see it.
So
Like
those spacewalks that people are taking, they're saying that they're underwater simulations, and they just use green screen or like CGI to make it look like you're in space.
they use Hollywood effects, bro.
So yeah, like there was a video of these astronauts in space, right? And it literally looked like they were hanging on by like two strings, and this guy did a front flip, right? But in reality, if you do a front flip in space, if there was zero gravity, there's no way you could just do a normal front flip. Like you'll just start spinning in a certain way or whatever. This guy was just like he did a front flip and then he just kind of stumbled, and the one guy
There
grabbed
was a lady. The lady
the
next
lady
to him.
grabbed his
Yeah.
like thing to pull him to the side a little bit. So like there's many like many videos of proof. You know, and you can believe it or not. It is what it is. You can like if you think about it,
Why would we fake it?
the size
You know
of
what I
the
mean?
the size of the boot that people say was on the moon was gigantic, but then you see the foot of the guy that made the footprint, and his feet are tiny, man.
Dude, even the flag that we supposedly put up there.
How was it? How was it moving like it
How
had
was it
wind on it?
waving?
How
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 was it waving?
how was it waving? There is no wind there.
Like, there's something to think about, you know, food for thought. At the end of the day, it is what it is, but there's something weird going on there. You know,
But do I think that aliens are here already? Yes,
oh yeah, dude, for sure,
very much
100%.
so.
I don't think they ever left once they got here.
Oh
Well,
no,
some
I
of
mean
them
some
did,
of them, but they came
there
back.
was, yeah. I think there's individuals or people here that never left
Sorry about
and are very much alive in our society.
So there's like four different types of like aliens that they say that they're part of our society already, which are the humanoids, where they're like tall, like human-like creatures that have like blonde hair and blue eyes. They're like tall though, like they're tall people.
Yeah,
Then there's I think it's the reptiles,
the reptilians.
the reptilians. That's what people call certain celebrities like Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah,
You know, the Queen of England or something. Not the Queen. I think like her family or something like that.
yeah.
There's things out there that they've been covering up, and you can tell. Like if you really look at them, you can tell. Like you just gotta look at it with your mind's eye. You know, don't look at it with your normal eyes because you're gonna miss it.
It's not hidden that well, you know.
I think they're becoming more public because they don't want people to panic. So I think they're trying to make it a little bit more popular.
They're becoming more public about the society that's in Hollywood, California, or whatever, about those people and selling your soul and stuff. At that point, you're owned. You're a property of them. You know, and people come out and say that stuff. It's been on what Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon, like all those fucking shows.
One of the biggest person that talks about that stuff is Jim Carrey.
Yeah, Jim Carrey talks about
Jim
it,
Carrey's big
and
open.
what was it? Kevin Hart he was on it, and he told everybody to be quiet about it.
Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah,
He
and he
was,
was like, "Yo, like, we can't
Because
talk about
she
that
said
stuff."
that they offered me tons of money and all this and stuff.
Fame,
but
fortune,
they put me into a room with like,
yeah.
and then he's like,
Yeah.
but it could have been a joke, but
After so many times,
he
you
tried
think
to
it's a
make
joke?
it a joke, but I think
No.
he looked a little bit too serious for Kevin Hart. If you know
Oh,
what I mean.
he looked like he was scared. Like he genuinely looked.
Concerned.
Yeah, yeah.
But hey, I mean, they just chopped it off as she was like acting crazy or whatever because she's still here. She's still here. I mean, but I mean, there's a lot of celebrities out there that kind of gone missing and they come back and they're completely different. You know, like
It's
certain
a touchy
similarities.
subject, you know.
Yeah, like
There's people out there, man, that just they control that. Like they control the media, everything that we as the community see. You know what I mean?
Consumers.
Yeah. They
because this is how it is, man. The world is all like a full of consumer. Like we're consumers. No matter what we do, we're always consuming some type of something. Either TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, WhatsApp, Twitter, Instagram, whatever it is, we're all being consuming something because we're always giving giving views to something that wants views to get monetary gain. You know what I'm saying? Like there's always like you're always seeing an ad like Snapchat recently has been littered with freaking ads, man. Like you watch one of those like Discover videos and stuff like that with random stuff and you're trying to like look at the video and oh, this is pretty cool, and then boom, ad like every two videos, or
Oh,
every
yeah.
other video or something like that. Like it's crazy, man. Like how it's all about control. It's all about controlling everything's
It's about
control.
controlling everybody else, bro. It's it's crazy. It's wild to even fucking think about. That's why, you can't be a sheep. You gotta be a wolf, be a shepherd. Break that line, finally go out and figure it out for yourself. Have your own opinion. Voice your own opinion. Because it they can only control us so much, you know what I mean? Everybody has their own mind. You gotta break that barrier, you gotta break that matrix and see the world differently.
Oh,
You
there's
know,
there's glitches out there, man. If you really look for it, there's glitches out there in the Matrix. There's things that happen and where you can't explain it, and it just kind of happens. And
it's in our head, dude.
people
We
chalk it
only
off.
we only able to use fucking 10 to 15% of our brain. It's
Yeah, people chalk it off as like, oh, it's a camera effect, or if it's editing and stuff like that. Some shit really just happens, man. Like, some shit just happens, and people just don't explain it. Like there was a video of a girl who got out of her car, went to the passenger seat, sat on the passenger seat, got out of the passenger seat, went back to the driver's seat, and
yeah.
drove off.
Oh yeah.
Why? Like, what's the point of that? You could blame it on drugs, but I don't think so. It was just weird stuff, man. Oh, yeah, when you see somebody like frozen, like, in place, and it's just,
Unexplainable things, dude, that we don't even think twice about anymore. Like, why not? Because everybody's got phones. There's TV, internet, social media, all the above. We don't happen to take a second glance at things that just seem a little off.
you ever seen, you ever had a dream that kind of came true? Like a
Yeah.
weirdly specific dream that you like, let's just say you've gone to a place in your dream and then you've never went to that place before, but you remember like specific things about certain places in that place,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then you go there,
But people deja vu,
huge
like,
deja vu. Like I've been
but
to in one of my dreams, I went to like a park or amusement park, something like that. It was and there was like a dinosaur in front of it, like a big dinosaur.
mm-hmm.
And in my dream, it looked real, and I went into the place and went through the whole like gimmick and all that good stuff, and I went through the whole dream, and these are things that if you don't know, if you haven't been there yourself, there's no way you would have known that these things are there. So, a couple of years later, and it took years, man, too. But it's like it felt like I was just there, like I've been there before.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
like and then they're like, "Oh, I don't know where anything is," and I'm over here like, "I know where this is," or "I know where that is," and they're like, "How do you know? You've never been here before." I was like, "I don't fucking know,
I
man.
don't
I
know.
just kind of know. I just kind of know."
Yeah. It's a weird feeling, dude. It's eerie.
But it's all a part of the matrix, man. Like you gotta unlock your brain, and not a lot of people are, and I mean I'm one of them. Like I can't say that I have more than 10% unlocked. I mean I definitely have an open mind, and I'm always down to learn and you know believe anything I see, because nothing's impossible. Nothing's impossible, but it's
Never. Never.
but yeah, I mean this just things, man.
It's life, bro.
What's your opinion on
It's
this?
life, bro. Can't explain it. Sometimes you live it. In my case, I just hope you figure it out. Hope you get out of it and
Would you
have
take
an
the pill?
explanation for it. Yeah, for sure. I wouldn't even think twice about it.
Good.
If it's out there,
Fucking Morpheus like comes out of nowhere. Just
yeah.
say, hey,
I've
you
come to
want to wake
terms with
up?
my shit. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's our version of a reality. You know,
That's another thing
and
that we're living a simulation, and we're living a like that one episode of Rick and Morty, living the life of whatever
hmm
his name is. You go into the VR helmet and whatever, and you're living this guy's life like throughout the whole way. Like you're having kids, you're
yeah, Roy,
going to work,
you're
yeah,
living Roy's life.
you're always life,
Yeah,
and you go through your whole life and whatever, and then you wake up, and then you're take the helmet
they're like,
off,
holy fuck, dude, like.
and boom, you're back at the arcade.
Yeah, It's life. We'll never be able to explain it or express what it is for what it really is until we do. You know, we're all sheep. We're all living in somebody else's fucking world, dude. It, it's all it is, man. There's nothing else to it.
I mean, it's true. Until we break out of our own shells and uncover our true potential, we're always going to be living in somebody else's world until we grab the world by the balls and make it ours.
Finally, have your opinion. You know what I mean? Have your choice of free will.
Because you can go by the motions and go by what everybody else is doing, but in reality, you're not living your life, man.
You're a sheep, dude. We're sheep. We're followers.
But yeah, I think that's a wrap. I think we're gonna have a lot more episodes with this guy. He's definitely insightful, and
Bring
we're,
some more to the
we'll
table.
be a little bit more prepared next time.
Yeah,
We'll probably have his cousin or something on there eventually.
yeah.
But
We definitely we got another eye open. We got our third eye and stuff. And it's all experimental stuff. Did a lot of stuff that was from the government. So like, you wonder where that would actually take you at some point. So yeah,
yeah, that is it for this episode. Thank you so much for listening. Hope and you enjoyed it. Please leave a comment and a like, share it, all that good stuff. If you agree with some of the stuff that we talked about, please let us know. If you
yeah.
don't agree with any of the stuff that we talked
Still,
about,
fucking reach out.
let
Feel
it know.
free.
Let it be known.
Like,
No, because we're nothing
sick.
but people who are down to listen to people's opinions. And
Optimistic.
if you're religious, that's awesome. If you're not, that's awesome too. You do you.
To each
That's
their
your
own.
life. If you believe in the government, that's fine. If you don't, whatever. If you're affiliated with Republicans, liberals, whatever the hell it is what it
Live
is.
your life, bro.
I represent myself, and I believe in what I believe in, and yeah, I don't want anybody to think that I'm trying to change anybody's mindsets or
No.
whatever. I'm just trying to make you think. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like just be a little bit more open and insightful and just
Just think for yourself.
yeah, think for yourself, man.
Do you?
So that is it for this episode. I love you guys so much, and
Uh,
see you next episode.